Defense Secretary Ben Wallace urged Russian President Putin to stop attacking nuclear sites after a fire broke out at the Zaporizhia nuclear plant in southeast Ukraine. Ukrainian authorities said Russia's military forces had seized Europe's largest nuclear plant after shelling it in the early hours of Friday, setting an adjacent training facility on fire.
It's incredibly dangerous. It's not just dangerous for Ukraine and the Russians, it's dangerous for Europe, it is playing with fire that really is beyond anything to do with logic.
Number 10 said Prime Minister Boris Johnson had called for an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council in light of the attack and would directly raise the issue with the Kremlin. The US Embassy in Kiev said it's a war crime to attack a nuclear power plant. Ukraine's State Emergency Service said the fire had since been extinguished. The head of the United Nations Atomic Agency said only one reactor at the plant is operating at about 60% of capacity.
All the safety systems of the 6 reactors at the plant were not affected at all, and that there has been no release of radioactive material.
The Ukrainian state nuclear company said 3 Ukrainian troops were killed and 2 wounded in the Russian attack. President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned Moscow and appealed to Russians to stage protest over the seizure of the plant.
Russian people, I want to appeal to you. How is this possible? After all, we fought together in 1986 against the Chernobyl catastrophe consequences. You have to remember, smoldering graphite which was scattered across by an explosion, the victims.
However, Moscow blamed the fire at the plant on Ukrainian saboteurs, calling it a monstrous provocation. A Russian defense military spokesman said a sabotage group opened fire from the training building and they set it on fire. Although the plant is now said to be safe, experts are worried about the precarious circumstances.
Unfortunately, we could be quite close to a catastrophe when you have active military operations, including shelling, missiles, when you have active nuclear power plants. It's just a recipe for disaster. And all it takes is one missile that goes off.
She warned that a meltdown at the plant could be worse than Chernobyl. Joanna Conway, NTD News.